I think that I'm gonna only be speaking to a very specific type of person who will resonate with this in terms of um, why, what the main reason is why I want to make trading work, and it's not just for the get rich quick stuff or the fancy cars, the watches, the unlimited trips. It's way deeper than just the money side and the materialistic side. I made a decision to kind of change my life 14 months ago, and then I started with trading. Um, but I also kind of got sold on the get rich quick side of it. What all the fake gurus out there tell you that it is like the thing that will bring you to freedom, which is exactly what they tell you about dropshipping, about agency, growth operating, selling ebooks, whatever. They will tell you that thing about literally everything out there. And that's how I got into trading with the wrong intention. But I also got into trading because there was something that I always got fascinated about. Like before I even made the decision that I was going to start trading, I already was invested into the idea of what trading actually is. And I thought that it's just pushing a couple buttons and making money. But then when I actually understood that it's really just diving into the market, understanding how money works, how price moves. And then it's not just gambling, like we would do in a casino, which I also don't recommend doing. And of course, don't get me wrong, because money is also a pretty good thing, because I also want to make a lot of money. That's also one of the reasons, but it's not the reason why I get into trading and why I want to make it work. And as I mentioned, I started 40 months ago. 2 months in, I quit it because it didn't get fast enough. I didn't get results fast enough. So then I was like, I'm gonna try other stuff because that will probably work, because I wanted things quick. I wasn't truly committed to trading. It was all just hype, and I just got sold on the whole get rich quick idea. Then I got into drop shipping. I got into selling ebooks, coaching, multiple versions of coaching, like self-improvement coaching. Then I went to business coaching for home service businesses because I already had some experience. I used to run a home service business myself, which was a landscaping company, which I will also make a video about why I created that. And then eventually it turned into an agency, and then SMMA agency thing for home service businesses. And I just kept doing that for a couple months just to figure out that that is exactly not what I want to do. Now there's a big part of me who's kind of screaming at me like, oh, I wished I didn't quit after those 2 months, because where could have I been now if I just sticked for those 14 months until now and I didn't keep switching and hopping around. But it is a really common mistake that a lot of people actually make, that actually get into the make money online scheme, which is called the shiny object syndrome, the woman in the red dress, like Alex Hormozy actually says it, where everything around you actually looks pretty interesting, pretty like it just looks and seems way better. Also because a lot of people will tell you that this is what you need to do right now, of course, because they also want to make money on their courses or their mentorships or whatever. And I fell for that, but I'm not ashamed of it. And to be honest, I'm actually really, really happy that this last year was just a huge learning curve for me, because when I was trading and I didn't have the urge yet to quit and to switch and to hate trading and to blame the market and everything, I was still wondering, of course, what those other business models could potentially do. Maybe these are something that I like. So eventually I quit trading and I decided to just hop into all those things, just to figure out that none of them are actually something that resonates with me, that it's something that actually feels right, nothing feels aligned, and I just couldn't see a future. But the thing is, I just sucked at just being honest to myself. I always had to just lie to myself and convince myself. I thought I had to convince myself that I like this and that I will make it work. And at one point I thought I'm not committed enough. So then I started invested a bunch, thousands and thousands and thousands of euros into mentorships. And that eventually led me to the conclusion like, hey, this is not for me. I literally just went on the call with my mentor and I told him, this is not for me. I don't want this anymore. I'm done with this. And I still had some weeks left with him. But then if I look back at why I think that trading resonates more with who I am compared to the dropshipping, the selling ebooks, the coaching for the home service businesses, or even running an SMMA agency for home service businesses. The responsibilities, I would say responsibilities for doing those things and your daily tasks, they just didn't align with who I wanted to be in 5, 10, 20 years. at all. Well, if I look at trading, it's really you versus you. And I know that being a trader, during your trading journey, you become a whole different person. Like there will be huge spike ups and there will be extremely lows. Like there will be very high highs and very lower lows for sure. And I'm aware of it. And to be honest, I know it will happen and I'm willing to take them with open arms because I know exactly how the highest of highs could look like in a certain because I know exactly how a higher high could look like and also how an extreme low could look like where you just want to quit it, you want to go back to a 9 to 5, you want to be like screw it, I'm not doing this business stuff anymore, I'm going to live a mediocre life because this is more easy and comfortable. I know exactly how those feelings are already from the last year, but those 12 months of trying different things and eventually sticking to one business model for like 6 to 8 months, something like that, I think it was 7 months actually, to eventually just to figure out that this isn't for me, because it's not that I didn't want to do the work, I just didn't believe in the vision. I didn't believe in what I was doing was going to bring me to my destination, and I just woke up and I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to cold call, I didn't want to send messages, I didn't want to send emails, I didn't even want to hop on already pre-booked sales calls. I was spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds a week on ads, on Facebook ads, and it generated me leads. I spent a lot of time on actually creating those ads, which was maybe the only fun activity for me because I could be a little bit creative. And in the end of the day, after spending thousands and thousands and thousands of euros, I just figured out this is not for me. And that actually brought me back to trading, because trading was always in the back of my mind. And I always felt guilty for quitting and giving up on it. But I'm also happy because now I don't have to walk around with the question, what if those business models are the thing? Because I tried them. I tried the business models and I just figured that that is just not something for me. And I'm okay with it, regardless of what people think about me, regardless of what people are going to say. Who cares? Okay, why would you care? Do your own thing. If they are still the same person as they were 12 months ago and you have changed, you have developed, you have tried stuff, you have learned from your mistakes, and you have failed over and over and over again, which has led you to a couple wins, then you are in a way better position than they are. Regardless of if you have lost a lot of money or you seem to have made zero progress, you have. Maybe not in the physical world, but mentally, you are a completely different person. While those people are still stuck in the same position. And that's also why I am so happy and grateful for actually everything that happened last year, because I didn't achieve all my goals. I made a video which I posted 2 days ago about my plan for 2026, where I also talked about at the beginning of the video that I didn't reach my 2025 goals. Now, of course, deep down it hurts, but at the end of the day, if I look at it, I kept switching my goals. I didn't know what I wanted, and now I know what I want, because all the goals that I have and the business model that I'm jumping into with the personal brand, which is YouTube, and the trading, this resonates more with who I am. I am a calm person. I don't like crowdness. I don't like loudness. I don't like to having to depend on a lot of people, or people have to depend on me for their business's success, like lead generation, for them to actually get more clients for what they're paying me for. With trading, it's just me versus me, and I can do whatever I want, however I want, wherever I want. I can take a trade on the toilet taking a shit. I can take a trade waiting for the bus. I can take a trade in the Mac Drive, wherever I want to. And whatever I'm actually working behind my laptop, which I'm also doing right now, like I have the charts right in front of me because I was backtesting and I was just looking a little bit on YouTube because I'm learning the basics. I can just do me. I can just be myself. I don't have to worry about anyone, any call coming up, anyone sending me a message out of the blue and having to respond to them really quick because, you know, lead to speed, if you're a little bit familiar with the agency space. I don't have to worry about any outreaches. It's just me, the market, and just doing the work that's necessary. Okay, and right now I spend around 5 hours a day to trade, or to at least learn how to trade, which in my opinion is very low. I want to spend at least 10 hours a day, but I just haven't really found my schedule for it yet. But I'm also building it up. I'm stacking things up because I used to be in kind of like a rut of a lot of procrastination because I just didn't see it anymore. I didn't see the point anymore. Like I hit rock bottom at one point, and that rock bottom lasted for a couple months. I think like 3 months, something like that, until I finally fished myself out, made the decision that I don't want to do the agency stuff anymore, and I found myself back into trading. And to be honest, I am more hyped than ever. More hyped than I was 14 months ago when I started trading and I started this whole idea of getting rich quick. Now I'm more hyped because I know what to expect-ish. I know that this is going to take me a year, at least 2 years, 3 years, however long it's going to take me to actually get profitable. I hope, of course, a year and a half max, but we're not gonna stress about it. I still have a roof on top of my head, I still have a laptop, I still have a second screen, I still have food on my plate, I still have a notebook and a pen and paper, and I still have the time to actually put into this and learn, because I'm only 22 years old right now. I have a whole year ahead of me, you know. Of course, to me, it feels like time is going very, very fast, and that I'm already really, really late, but if people in their 30s, 40s can make it work and still live a fucking awesome dream life, why can't I do this and achieve this in my 20s? You know? So I'm really grateful for the position that I'm at. I'm really grateful for all the mistakes that I've made, regardless of how much money I've spent and lost and how much money I still have left. I still think that I made a really good decision, and regardless of that it's gonna actually take a lot of time, I'm really happy that I'm starting now and I didn't keep holding on to the agency for months and months and months just to get more burnt out and just to, you know, get even more depressed than I actually was for those 3 months. And that is also exactly why I want to make trading work, because I found something that I genuinely believe in. I found something that I genuinely see a future in, and I just see myself in my vision being the person who is a master at trading, who understands the market, who has mastered his psychology, and who actually knows how to make the right decisions. And not just in business, not just in trading, but in life in general. Regardless if I will make only 10K a month, 50K a month, 100K a month with trading, we will see. Okay, right now, my main goal is to get funded. That's it. But I'm gonna get funded once I have mastered my psychology and I have a proven strategy for myself, which I have tested for a really long period amount of time before I tell myself, nah, this strategy doesn't work, let me try something else. Because sometimes if the strategy does work, it's just your psychology, you don't follow your rules, you overtrade, you over leverage, or you get too greedy and you revenge trade or whatever. Or you get too greedy, or maybe you revenge trade. Sorry, my camera died. But anyways, the main reason why I want to make trading work is for the person I will become and to live a fucking awesome life. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, 2 days, not weeks. And then it will basically be the weekly update, because then it will be Sunday. No, then it will be Saturday, and I'm doing a weekly update every weekend. So yeah, I will see you guys for the weekly update on Saturday.